الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم لك الحمد حمدا طيبا مباركا يرضيك عنا يا الله. اللهم لك الحمد على نعمة الإسلام وكفى بها نعمة. أحبابي في الله, all the imams, the four of them said you will have to see the imam getting up on the minbar. If you didn't see him getting up on the minbar, you will have only isqat al-fard. But in order to have full Jum'ah, you will have to be at least 2 minutes or 1 minute before the imam. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يوفقنا وإياكم إلى ما فيه خير الدين والدنيا والآخرة. وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. أحبابي في الله, I want to speak today about, or we are going to start speaking about the miracles, the ayat, the miracles, the significant scientific miracles of the Quran. And another topic about what is going on the world today and nowadays. I want to speak from the Sunnah about what is predicting to happen in the world. We don't know the ghaib, we don't know the future, because the future in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but there is a sunnah for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When a lady went to Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam and told him that she has committed the crime of adultery, zina, wal-'iyadhu billah. So he left her and ran away. Why he ran away? Because he is predicting, he expected that something will come, punishment from heaven on top of them, so he kept away from her. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So we are predicting from the Sunnah what is going to happen in the near future and in the future, and the Sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let's start with the first topic, which is the miracles of the Quran. And I'm still making an invitation to the mankind to give themselves a chance and investigate just 10 ayahs in the Quran to know if there anybody that can do the same. Anybody can do the same. Anybody, humanity altogether, all the mankind can do the same. Can do the same. Exactly as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا وَلَمْ تَفْعَلُوا. If you come to do the same, فَاتَّقُوا النَّارَ الَّتِي وَقُودُهَا النَّاسُ وَالْحِجَارَةُ. So keep yourself away from the hellfire. Because this hellfire, the fuel of it is stones and rocks and human beings. Can you imagine when the human being is حَصَبُ جَهَنَّمْ? حَصَبُ جَهَنَّمْ is the fuel of the hellfire. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said once they are being put through a little hole in order to go through a valley, all of it is hellfire. It is blocked up. سَيَدْعُ هُنَالِكَ ثُبُورًا. ثُبُورَ الْهَلَاكُ. This is better, this, we wanna die. No, there is no death. We'll keep burning. The one of them, his size will be as big as between Mecca and Medina. This is the size of the human being. By the time all this flesh is burned, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will renew it again. We are not speaking about nonsense, mankind, but I am speaking about what is said in the Quran. Investigate it. I have shown it to one of the big scientists, respectable scientists of linguistics. And they said, I am a brainy man. This is Mr. Vestige. Investigate him on the internet. He said, I am a brainy man. This will never be done by humanity, all of them. Not only the Quran, but the language of the Quran itself. But Arabic language itself is the whole mighty language. This is what he said straight away. In between all the scientists, who all of them are non-believers. All of them are non-believers. Let's start just from Surah Al-Fatiha. And keep in mind all the time that Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was ummi. Never been to university, never been to a sheikh to teach him even how to read and write. Never been to somebody, somebody was brought up in Mecca al-Mukarramah and never been to a school. He can't read or write. Let's start with Surah Al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. It started with Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. You can't translate it. Both of them are the same. Ar-Rahman, the most merciful. Ar-Rahim, the most merciful. But it is said by some our mashayikh, Ar-Rahman, his mercy is overwhelming for everybody. Everybody, even the non-believer, is feeding him and giving him everything. And even giving him more money. More money. Listen to Sayyidina Ibrahim, he went to Al-Namrud, the first king in the world. Al-Namrud at the time of Sayyidina Ibrahim that said, I am the king of the world and I am going to do one currency for the world, and the world, all of it should worship me. Al-Namrud. And I'm going to do one protocol for the whole world, and I want to do one salary for every human being in the world. Al-Namrud is the first one, not only nowadays. Al-Namrud. And they told him, are you the God of the world? He said, yes. They told him, so my God, my Allah, yuhyi wa yumit. Inna Rabbi yuhyi wa yumit. He said, oh yeah, come here, come here. You kill yourself, you stay. The people used to kill themselves for worshipping him. Have you seen? This shows you how much the human being is has got a weak mind sense. They believe in him that much that he is a God, that they kill themselves in order to satisfy them. So he slaughters himself. And the others stayed alive. He told them, see, أنا أحيي وأميت. I bring them dead, I bring them alive. He told them, okay, إن ربي يأتي بالشمس من المشرق. My God makes the sun raise from the east. Can you make it raise from the west? فبهت الذي كفر. He didn't believe and he couldn't do it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent him a soldier to fight him. And Namrud, the king of the world that wanted to make one currency for everybody, and everybody will have the same salary, and the rest of the wealth is for him. And Namrud, since Sayyidina Musa Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, he sent for him a very little fly, about 1/10 of a mosquito, and it went through one of his ears to stay right in his brain. In his brain. And then he started to have an itch inside his brain. And the people that used to worship him in order to keep him comfortable, and you search the history. I must say, search the history of the Quran and the Sunnah. Not the human being history. They used to beat him up with their shoes on his head, and once he's beaten up with the shoe, a'azzakumullah, he's comfortable. He's comfortable. If they beat him with a cane, with this cane, he will never be comfortable. It will have to be a shoe. Until he died to the hellfire. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ الْعَلِيِّ الْعَظِيمِ. This is the first king years and ages ago. Ages. When we recite Surah Al-Fatiha, it is said that any sound comes out of your mouth with air pressure, and you making like a spray, or like when you say like a foundation, when you like if you put a light here, you will see there it is spraying. All those are weak, and because the human being brain is as lazy as possible, it means intelligent is as intelligent as possible. It takes always the nearest easier sound. For instance, the sound of tha, tha, like in thin, thin. This sound, in North Africa, for instance, it is turned or upset to attack. So if they said, if you want to say thalith, they say talit, talit. And in Egypt, they say talit. But a word like mithl, they say misk. So there is no tha. Even if somebody very high, and sitting there in the television speaking about Arabic, and he's an Arabic professor, he wouldn't say mithl, he would say misk. And he's an Arabic professor. They can't get their tongue out. They can't, because they never used it to it. This sound, because it is the human being brain is taking the nearest, and this making linguistic change over the time. This sound, for this reason, scientific reason, doesn't exist in Surah Al-Fatiha, because it is al-Kitab. This is the mother of the book. Read it from the top and until the bottom, you can't find it. Because this surah, it is called As-Surah Al-Mabruka, the Barakah. When you recite it, you will have all the Barakah. It is called Al-Waqiyah, the protector. When you recite it, it will keep you away from the evil you meant in your brain. When you recite it, it is called Al-Raqiyah, سترقيك and سترقي بك, سترفعك عند الله سبحانه وتعالى. When you recite it, you have the blessing of the whole book, Surah Al-Fatiha. But I am speaking about scientific things which a non-believer should understand. Surah Al-Fatiha, the only surah that can't be divided. For instance, if I am reciting Quran, or if I am the Imam, I can recite some of a surah Al-Baqarah, and stop the rest. Or even a short surah, I can do 2 ayahs from it and stop. For instance, I can say, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدْ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدْ, and that is enough. You can stop here. You can stop. But in Surah Al-Fatiha, you will have to do it all. لا تجوز الصلاة إلا بها, because it is al-Kitab. In every rak'ah, you will have to recite Al-Fatiha. And this is, according to the linguists, it is the introduction. Can you read the introduction of any book more than once? I have at home here, 2,000 volumes. Every volume I looked at the introduction, but I can't look again. I fed up. I have already read it. I have already looked at it. But Surah Al-Fatiha, the more you read it, the more you want to read it again. Have you ever fed up reciting it in your brain? In every rak'ah, you will have to do it once. This is for you as a Muslim. But this is big to the non-Muslims. The sound shah, shh, again is braille. Shh. Before I move to the sound shah, the sound fa, symbolizing the thubur. Thubur means suicide. Somebody is committing suicide because he can't bear the suffering. That's why all the people of the hellfire will be grateful if somebody kills them, but nobody's going to kill them. So they are biyad'u thubura. They are hoping. They are wishing if somebody can kill them, but nobody is going to kill them because of the suffering. The sound shh, as it is said in the universal linguistics, in علم اللغة الكوني, universal linguistics, that this sound is weak. And it is weak for the tongue and the human brain to keep. And it is causing linguistic change. That is why most of the African languages are dying nowadays. Every month a language is falling dead in the world. Every month, one language is falling dead in the world because of this linguistic change. When you listen to an African speaking everything, shh, 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 sha all the time. It make it weak, and it make linguistic change. In Egypt and in the majority of the Arabian world, if I ask you about something and it is good, you say كويس. But if it is not good, you say sheen. Sheen means it's no good. How is your car? Is it good? The new car you bought, it is sheen. It is having too much petrol. Too much, it is shaking when I am driving it. Sheen, no good. This sound never appeared in al-Kitab at all. You can't find it because it is sha. Sheen. I can say Kosovo. I can say Masr. I can say any place. I can say Abdul Halim. But when I say Shasha, the country of Shasha, I am his brain. It is a word that is not comfortable. It is not comfortable for the brain and the tongue. Another sound, أحبابي في الله, which is the zay, or a zain. Zzz. This sound, it is a noise that makes you annoyed. If a bee in your, from a linguistic point of view, a bee in your place and saying zzz, annoying you. You can't sit, you can't, this, because you will have to hish it out. You will have to shh out. So the sound shh for zzz, because it is annoying, and also it's symbolizing from the Sunnah, is symbolizing أعزكم الله وفداكم zina. And is zina, when the person that is committing zina is dying, not the angel that is coming to collect or to take him away out. Him means his soul. It is the Zaba'ir, Jahannam. The people that are going, because every house has got its own people. The house of Jannah has got angels, but the house of Jahannam has got Zaba'ir. They come to take him to a Zaba'ir, a Zani, Zaba'ir. You can't find it in Surah Al-Fatiha, in Al-Kitab. In Al-Kitab, أحبابي في الله. I am not going to be so long. Again, a spray, the fa, the f. When something no good, you say if. Something no good. And even Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam didn't like you when you have something hot and you say if. He didn't like this one. And when somebody comes and speaking to the mic, I never done it. If. A sound that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't like. Yes, it exists in the language and it is there, but still, again, it's brain air out. It is weak. Most languages have it too much. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala avoided it in Surah Al-Fatiha because it implies in faraqa, dividing, social distances. Keep away and keep away. 2 meters, please. 3 meters. Farraqa. We will cut the Balkan into 15 countries because they will have to be weak, and the Arabia into, say, 28 countries. And we will have to divide them more. Farraq, tasud. Keep away, divide in order to be you only the big one. Divide. Even two friends can't stay all together. And not only that, divide the husband from his wife, divide, social distance, divorces him, no more marriage, no more. What we are going to do? The shaitan. What we're going to do? A bank for a man's bear. They started to make it in Europe. A man's bear. If a woman want to be pregnant, she will go to this bank. And then they will ask her, do you want a Chinese one, or you want a white one, or you want a black baby? No, I need a Chinese one. Okay, we'll bring a Chinese, and we'll inject her with the man's baby, and then she's pregnant. Zina, haram. And then a new baby will come. He doesn't know even his father. because he wanna break the family. Who wanna break the family? The shaitan. And the shaitan employing people from belonging to him, employing. Making that something has made me, my hair went gray about this bank, the bank of the human, the male sperm. ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. And then the shaitan is trying to make farra, divide, social distances, divide, because he will infect you and you will infect him. Divide. You could be having coronavirus there. Keep away in the corner. Divide the shaitan. The shaitan, أحبابي في الله, until we have closed our masajid. We have closed even the Kaaba. We closed everywhere because of divide. So the shaitan was not satisfied of dividing the Muslim world, and we are one ummah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can accept you only as one ummah. One human being. If you are not one human being, I wouldn't accept you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you are ummah wahida. So now we will have to get rid of this guilt, the bad deed which we did not commit. I said this even in the university. In a day for imperialism, I said this freely, and everybody spoke, Muslims and non-Muslims. Divide. And now saying this to go digital. Why? Because if you are taking the money could infect you, because it has been in the bucket of somebody who has got coronavirus. Divide. Farrak, divide. This sound, does it exist in Surah Al-Fatiha? No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wouldn't put it in al-Kitab. It is the mother of the book. Can anybody do this even if he is a professor of Arabic? If you brought all the people who are specialized in Arabic on earth for every generation, can they do this in this book? In the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am making an invitation for mankind race to come to investigate this book before their time comes, and then they will have no time to repent. An invitation just to have a look, to see what's right and what's wrong. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always calling ulil albab, the people who has got a brain. Look at the Allah. Another weak sound. Another weak sound. It's symbolizing zulm. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala avoided it in Surah Al-Fatiha. No dha at all in Surah Al-Fatiha. اللهم لك الحمد على نعمة الكتاب. اللهم لك الحمد على نعمة الإسلام. اللهم لك الحمد على نعمة المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم لك الحمد على نعمة جمعنا. Our existence altogether. اللهم لك الحمد. نحمدك اللهم ونشكرك. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. اللهم لك الحمد حمدا طيبا مباركا يرضيك عنا يا الله. اللهم لك الحمد حمدا طيبا مباركا يملأ السماوات ويملأ الأرض وما بينهما وما شئت يا مولانا من شيء بعد. أحبابي في الله, the shaitan want to destroy first the deen, and the deen عند Allah is Islam. Our Adam alayhi salam is the first physical Muslim. All the Anbiya are Muslimin until today. So this is one ummah. It's going to be on the right hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment. From Adam alayhi salam and all the Anbiyas and all their followers and Sayyidina Muhammad and his followers. All the Anbiya. And the people who are not believing on all this, they are going to say on the left hand side. On the left hand side. They will be wishing if they were never been brought alive again. Wishing. A very bad day and a very long day for them. نسألك اللهم يا ربنا أن تجعلنا من الذين يأتوك أمنين يوم اللقاء العظيم. أحبابي في الله, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from his sunnah, he wouldn't punish somebody unless he do a guilt, unless he commit a crime. So when Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam, just to concentrate for 1 second, when he was created to stay in Jannah or to come to earth? Not to come to earth. This is a decision before his creation. So he is now in Jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept him on Jannah. He was created in Jannah. He is inside Jannah. وَإِذْ قُلْنَا يَا آدَمُ اسْكُنْ أَنْتَ وَزَوْجُكَ الْجَنَّةَ وَكُلَا مِنْهَا رَغَدًا حَيْثُ شِئْتُمَا وَلَا تَقْرَبَا هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةَ فَتَكُونَا مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. Stay in Jannah, but don't touch this tree. This is the fitna. Don't touch, you will keep want to touch. If I told you now you are not allowed to get out, you will find yourself want to get out. Straight away. Because of the shaitan. So, once he was told not to eat from this tree, you know, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't tell him, eat from any tree, he might have misregarded this tree. Because so many trees are there. But because this specifically he was told not to eat from it, he just turned his attention to this tree. Why? And also he can make a guilt on which basis he will be expelled from Jannah. Because the decision for him is to come to earth. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wouldn't tell him, get out of Jannah. Who are you? What for? What did I do? But now he can tell him, get out of Jannah. Because he has eaten from the tree which he told him it is haram. It is haram. Now, أحبابي في الله, look at Sunnah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وإذا أردنا أن نهلك قرية, if we want to destroy a country, destroy a human being, destroy a place, we're not going to destroy it because just Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to destroy it. No. أمرنا مترفيها. Who are مترفيها? The owners of the wills. And the owners of the wills always are non-believers. Look at Sayyidina Ibrahim who went to Namrud. أو كالذي حاج إبراهيم في ربه أن آتاه الله الملك. الملك was given to whom? To Sayyidina Ibrahim, the prophet, Abu al-Anbiya, the father of Anbiya, or to Namrud, the one who is saying that he is Allah. He was given to Allah, to Namrud. Al-Mulk. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't care giving the mulk to non-believer, no problem. But the believer, because his mulk is there, because the last one will enter Jannah, has got 50 times this earth. Wills. 50 times. So no problem for this very, about 2 hours and 40 minutes. If one day at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala valued 1,000 years. So if you live 100 years, it is 1/10 of a day. So no problem. No problem. So Allah, Sayyidina Ibrahim is a poor man, but Namrud is the wealthy man. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders first, mutrafiha, al-mutrafin, the people who are living in ni'mah, in wealth, to do a mistake, to commit a mistake. What a mistake? It is a huge mistake now, أحبابي في الله. We are seeing people dying every day. 30,000, 50,000, 20,000, 1 million. 1 million in the world is dead because of a virus. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Man qatala nafsan bighayri nafs. We are not speaking about Islam now. In general, if you kill somebody even who is a Jew or is Christian or from whatsoever or even Indian, worshiping a cow. من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فساد في الأرض. If anybody killed somebody for no reason, in a court statement, anybody to this for no reason, he had committed nothing. He's free. There is no guilt. أو فساد في الأرض فكأنما قتل الناس جميعا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided, and it is a law. It is a rule. If somebody killed somebody, as if he has killed mankind. Mankind all. So, in the day of judgment, is going to be charged for killing the mankind. All of them. Because if you killed Adam alayhi salam, no human being would have existed. So this man that being killed, he could have brought his children, and after 300-400 years, he will have a nation, his kids. So you have killed them all. All of them being killed because you have killed this one. من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فساد في الأرض فكأنما قتل الناس جميعا. ومن أحياها. If you help somebody to survive, help to survive فكأنما أحيا الناس جميعا. As if he brought the mankind, all of them alive. Look at this guilt, at this zamb, the bad deed that is happening. If it is made by a human being, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is بالمرصاد. So he is waiting for them to finish the guilt, and then the punishment will have to occur. This is his sunnah subhanahu wa ta'ala. نسألك يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم تفادينا, to avoid us the punishment. نسألك يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم أن تضرب الظالمين بالظالمين وأن تخرجنا من بينهم سالمين. نسألك يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم to keep us in a cell of your protection وتخرجنا سالمين غانمين, to get us out of this very sticky situation, to get us out يا أرحم الراحمين, saved and winners from this position. نسألك يا الله يا رحمن يا ذا الجلال والإكرام ألا تذر لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا دينا إلا قضيته ولا ميتا إلا رحمته ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا والآخرة إلا قضيتها لنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.